I don't feel like I have to vilify the religion in order to be who I am today. I've never felt like that. I don't have to make fun of them to be gay and to be who I am. But when I was a kid, I remember specifically one of what they call the general authorities saying in a speech to the general public of the church that if you're gay, it would be better if you were not born in the first place. And that lasted with me. That really stung to me also, because the Mormons believe that you are in existence before you get to earth. And so being born and getting a human body is one of the key concepts of being Mormon and being able to progress through this life. And so if someone in that church is saying it would be better if you never got born, it's worse than saying it'd be better if you didn't exist. They're literally saying you don't deserve to go through the process that everyone else goes through to get to the other side and be exalted. They're saying it'd be better if you actually chose, as a spirit, you chose the devil's side and never got a body. One of the setups that I feel kind of happens probably in a lot of religions is the idea that when you're struggling with something like this, it was given to you. Like, that's your cross to bear. And if you don't actually come out the other side good, there's something wrong with you. You lack the willpower. You didn't have enough faith. Your faith wasn't strong enough. You need to do more. You need to pray more. And looking back, it's just like, you're talking about a 14-year-old. Like, that just seems so shitty to do to anybody. God gives you something that you can handle. He won't give you something that you can't. And if you can't actually overcome these things through prayer and sacrifice and your willpower, it's you that needs to do more. It's just such a setup to make people feel terrible about themselves. And I did. I hated that I was gay. I hated that this was happening to me. I hated that I couldn't overcome it. I hated that God wouldn't take it from me. I prayed harder than I'd ever prayed about anything, ever. And it's still, he wouldn't take it, That was really hard for me to handle. I really assumed that the mission would do it. And so coming back from that, I gave 2 years of service. I come home and it's all roaring right back up. It felt like I did something wrong. It has to be me. I was wearing the sacred garments when I got back from my mission, and those were important to me. And I knew that anything that I would do that would violate those kinds of vows was not okay to do. That was a struggle to remove those. And I know that people make fun of the funny underwear and magic underwear, but when you grow up in that kind of religion, it wasn't easy to take those clothes off and to go out and seek out, sex with men. And that wasn't easy to do. But there was a big part of me that couldn't ignore that this true person who I really felt like I always was roaring up in me and fighting against everything that I'd been taught and all of this other stuff. That kind of dual life concept for me, that was the struggle.